Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please excuse my mostly greasy hair. I've got some dry shampoo in it, but we all know that never really works as well as we all hope it does. Today I'm coming at you with mostly a face of makeup on. I've pretty much got a full face, I'm just missing my eyes and my lips. They do look a bit crusty because I put foundation on them once I've done like all my makeup and stuff, so ignore this situation for a little while. I wanted to do a Pride Month eye look sort of thing. A semi-tutorial, not quite a tutorial because I'm not really going to be telling you exactly like techniques and stuff. Like, I'm not a professional makeup artist, I don't know techniques, I just kind of do what I want to do and most of the time it works out for me. But yeah, I wanted to do like a Pride look. I am well aware that by the time this video goes up it will be after Pride Month. Obviously Pride Month is June and I think this is going up on the 3rd or 4th of July. But for me, like, Pride isn't something that is only celebrated within 1 month. People in the LGBTQA+, all of that, I've lost track of how it all goes, but in the LGBT community, we celebrate it every single day. And I say we because I myself am a bisexual woman, and I've only really recently in the last few years kind of come out openly about that. But you know, I'm out and proud, I'm fine with that. I don't care who knows. Obviously I'm putting this on YouTube for potentially anyone to see. I don't care. I didn't want to do like a stereotypical, here's a rainbow look, but I did at the same time. I wanted to make it somewhat rainbow-esque. So my plan is to do a rainbow cut crease sort of thing, but in the cut crease to do a bisexual flag to celebrate myself and to symbolise myself within the community. I have before done a bisexual look. A couple months ago, kind of the beginning of lockdown time, I dyed my shaved bit as the bisexual flag, and to like not announce it but to like show, oh look, I've changed my hair again, I did do the bisexual look. I'll insert a picture right here of what that looked like, and I was really chuffed with it. Surprisingly that took me quite a while, so I have no idea how long this video is going to take me to do considering I'm doing a full rainbow, but we'll see how that goes. It is just something that I've wanted to do for a little while, and I've done a few rainbow looks in the past and they're quite generic, they're quite standard looking. And I want to just do something a little bit different, and I don't think I've seen someone else do like the general rainbow and then their own flag within that. I'm probably not the first person to do that. I would be surprised if I am the first person to do that, but I just haven't seen it myself. So that's what I'm wanting to do today. That is my idea for a look. Whether it turns out good or not will be a completely different story. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'm going to zoom you into my face and we'll get started. Okay, so to start off I need to put my hair back. I got this really cute little cat ear headband. It is for a child, like that's tiny, but I'm a bit of a child and I really like it and I want cat ears, so let me put that back. Like, look, that's so cute, I love it. I needed a headband because the clip just annoyed me, so I thought that the best palette to do some sort of rainbow look would be the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. So I've got that right here. If you haven't already seen this palette, this is what it looks like on the inside. So a lot of rainbow colours in here, and I definitely have enough colours I think to do the full rainbow. I'm not entirely sure how I'm wanting to go about this, but we'll figure it out I think anyway. I find that with Jeffree's eyeshadows you kind of do need a sticky base of some sort. So I'm just taking the Maybelline Instant Age Eraser, like this standard concealer, everyone's used it. I'm just taking that. I don't particularly like this for my face, I feel like it's too glowy. But I don't really have any other concealer at the moment that have enough of really to use on my eyes. Plus this is quite light as well, so I feel like the colours will really pop. To save time, I'm going to be doing one eye on camera and I'm going to do the other eye off camera because it's going to take me forever to do this look as it is. And it's already 3:30 and I need to start work again at 5. So I need to have this done in an hour and a half, which will take a long time. I think I'm going to do purple on the outside and then lead into red because I feel like that's a bit more classic. Jeffree hasn't got like a really deep set purple, but he has got like this lilac purple gumdrop. So I'm just going to use that. I feel like part of the rainbow is going to be like semi pastel, but we'll see how that goes anyway. I always like to do my eye shapes, like my eyeshadow, in a winged out shape. So basically the full wing this time is going to be in purple, and I'm really just like stamping that on. I'm not really blending it. I just want to get the shape, and that's kind of a trick that I've learned from Nikki Tutorials. She always does that. She'll stamp it on, get the general shape, and then she'll go back in later and blend it. I know that I want it to be like an extreme wing, That looks okay. I finally got myself a little brush cleaner thing as well. It's meant for like actually cleaning your brushes, but it works well just to get colour off. That's alright. I got that from Boohoo. I think it was like £3. Okay, next is blue. So I could go with Brain Freeze, which is like this really pastel colour blue, but I feel like that might be a little lackluster. Just try it anyway, and if I need to I can deepen that up. Yeah, I feel like that's not really picking up too well, so I'm going to dip into Soaked, which is the deeper blue, and just put that on top. Yeah, that's better. I prefer that. Okay, next, the only real green shade in this palette is Sour, or there's a shade called Cute, which is like a turquoisey green, which would be like a good transition, but I'm not really wanting to focus on transitioning right now, so I'm just going to use Sour, which is it is a nice green to be fair. I do want to do a green look, but I've never really done anything green, so that would be an interesting one. I will eventually be doing that though. I'm just going to snap this right next door to that blue shade. I am taking this all the way down to my lid, and I'm going to be cutting my crease later anyway, so I don't really care too much about that, but I feel like I can get a better section if I go all the way down, and then I feel like I'm actually getting like an equal size for each section of it. Next colour is Wow, and this is like a bright yellow. I've never really used this colour either. I think I've used it to blend out an orange before, and I've tried using it in my inner corner, but I've never really used it on its own, and I see why it's called Wow, because wow. Next shade is actually, it's kind of a neon orange, so the shades Suck. It is quite neon-y when you actually put it on, so this might come out a bit too strong. Like, in my opinion, this looks quite red. It doesn't look very orange, so I might actually go on top of that again with the Wow shade, the yellow, just so I can actually bring a bit more orange into that, because that's just not very... I mean, it's orange, but it's not orange. It's not the orange that I'm wanting for this look. So I'm just going to go lightly, just over top with Wow. And like, that's such a subtle change, like you probably can't even tell the difference on camera, but I could certainly see that actually change before my eyes, or on my eyes. That I'm liking a lot more. And finally, the red shade. This is just like a personal pet peeve of mine. I'm taking the shade Licorice. My personal pet peeve is how similar red and orange are, so for me, whenever I see like a rainbow look, I always think, but the red and the orange just look the same, so it looks like it's red, green, blue, yellow, green, blue, purple. And it's like, sorry to the rainbow for not liking the way it's set out, like I know I can't help it, but geez. And another thing that annoys me as well when people do rainbow looks is when they put pink in like the traditional pride rainbow. Like, oh, this is a pride rainbow look, but the pride flag doesn't have pink in it. So I'm like, no, why are you putting pink in the rainbow? When although yes, in real life it's in the rainbow, but in the pride flag it's not in the rainbow. I've just noticed that my eye just does that. But that's fine, I'm going to blow it out. I always go like right into my inner corner with my shadows. It's another trick that Nikki Tutorials taught me for like hooded eyes to open them up. So now that I've got all the colours stamped on, I'm just going to go really lightly along the edges with a clean brush, like I've dusted this off. And I'm just going to blend out the edges really softly. I'm just going kind of side by side. I'm not going to like do circular motions, just side by side to get that blown out a little bit more. And that will also help blend out the colours into each other as well. If you do it very, very lightly. I will most likely need to go back in with some of the colours just to strengthen them up again, but I just want to get that initial blend. Make sure you're cleaning your brush quite often when you're doing this, because you will eventually, like, you're going to transfer the purple onto the yellow, like it's just going to happen. Okay, I lied, I am going to do slightly circular motions just to get a little bit more of a blend going on here. So I feel like I've got purple over on the green bit already. But this is a very vibrant look. I did not expect it to become this vibrant. I'm quite surprised. Okay, so I've got like the main blend is only very softly blended out. I'm going to go back in, actually no, I'm going to use the shade Good Morning, and this is like a pinky, you can hardly see it, it's like a pinky white, and I'm going to use that to slightly blend out the purple. And when I'm doing this, I'm literally using the lightest hand. I'm hardly even touching my skin. I'm just lightly scratching at that shade and just winging it out even more. If I keep looking over here, it's because I've got a mirror there as well, just so I can see it from further away. And I'm going to go with the Brain Freeze shade, which is that really light blue from earlier. Tap off the excess and just blend out that blue. You really don't need a lot of these shadows. Okay, and I'm going to go in with a little bit of that cute shade just to blend that green out. And I'm going to focus that mainly between the green and the blue, and then softly go into that green. Tapping very, very lightly into the Wow shade, the yellow shades, just to get a little bit more on my brush to blend that again up a little bit. And then I'm just going to go back in again with a very, very light hand with Suck, just literally a tiny little bit, tapping off all the excess. And I'm just going to put that, focus that in between the red and the orange to blend them together, and then whatever's left on my brush, I'll drag that over to the yellow side. Okay, and now I'm just going to go back in with all the colours again, just to bring back some of that pigment that I might have lost with the blending, just to bring back all that vibrance again. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and do that and I'll be back with you. Okay, so I went away, added a bit more colour on and made the colours pop again, and I also went ahead and did a half cut crease. I was going to do a full cut crease, but I don't know, they're not my forte, I'm not that great at them, and this is kind of what I had more in mind. I've done a bit of a higher cut crease than I usually would, and that means I have lost a bit of the yellow, which is a bit of a shame, but I mean you can still see the yellow there, so it still has a rainbow, it's just not as bright where the yellow is. So the Bisexual Flag, if you didn't know, goes pink to purple to blue, so that's the pink and the blue strips are a bit thicker and then the purples are a bit thinner. So my idea is to do the pink on the inside, do a really thin strip of the purple, and then fade that blue from the outer corner into the blue that's already on like my crease, and that will kind of make it a bit more cohesive. I hope that's my plan, so I'll see if I can pull that off. Okay, so for the pink, I think I'm just going to take Bubblegum, which is this hot pink. I think the pink in the Bisexual Flag is a bit more rosy pink. I probably will add, I don't know, maybe a bit of Cherry Wet, which is another shade in here, which is a bit pinkish. But I want to see how this looks with it first. And this is wet concealer, I haven't set it. And I'm just using that same brush as before, and I'm going on quite a light hand, just so that I don't kind of ruin anything. Like, I don't disturb the concealer underneath. And I'm just patting that on as I did with the other ones, because otherwise I will disturb the base. You know what, I actually have a better pink, I think, in my Urban Decay Electric palette, so I'm going to quickly grab that. Okay, so in the Urban Decay Electric palette you got this hot pink called Savage. It's actually like my favourite eyeshadow colour, I think. It's just because of how bright and vibrant it is. And yeah, that looks a lot better already. I'm glad I dipped into that. I wanted to keep it just the Jeffree palette, but hey ho, we'll just stick with that. Okay, and I'm going to do a thin strip of purple. For that I'm going to go back in with the Gumdrop shades. Okay, just taking Gumdrop. This obviously needs to be a bit of a thinner layer here, like a thinner strip. So I'm just concentrating that mainly down the centre of my eyelids. I'm not doing like a straight up and down blend here, I'm trying to do it slightly angled. However that plays out later on, who knows. And then when just putting this on, I'm stamping it on, but I'm also stamping and dragging. So I'm kind of blending it in with the pink at the same time. I don't want it to be like a fully seamless blend, that's not what I'm going for. I just want to get the colour down, and I want to have like some sort of clear distinction between the pink and the purple there. Okay, so I've got this much left for the blue, and to be honest, like obviously it's not as thick as the red as the pink will be, but because I've already got blue there, I thought that would just be a nice way to end that out. So I'm taking the shade Soaked from the Jeffree palette, it's just this deep blue again, and again I'm just stamping that on. Okay, so I've stamped that on, and I'm just gonna rub off my brush and just blend in that purple and blue shade just by going over top. Like, I'm literally just doing this over top very lightly just to blend them in together a little bit. Okay, so I'm liking that, but I feel like the purple's missing something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into my PS Lunar Glow highlighter palette. This is a highlighter from Primark, it's quite an old one now, but there's this really nice purple shade in there. which I think would just really make that pop and make that look a bit nicer, because I think the purple is honestly like the least vibrant shade out of all of these because it's pastel. So just using the same brush, I'm going to dip into that. This one's called Spectrum. This is an old palette. Primark don't do this palette anymore, but I believe it was the dupe of the Kat Von D Alchemist highlighter palette. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I believe that's what the dupe was for that. And I'm just going to press that on top because honestly I don't like a straight I don't like just a plain old matte eye look. I do like a bit of shimmer in there, and I think that's helping it look just a little bit nicer. Okay, so the difference in that is very subtle, but I like that. I think it looks a lot nicer like that. I'm undecided what to do for my lower lash line because I want to do like a traditional rainbow effect, but I'm obviously aware that the like people of colour, how do you even say it? But they've added more colours for people of colour, but then I don't think, because of how vibrant this look is, I don't think it will suit having like a black and a brown underneath. I think a black would look nice, but because it is so vibrant, I'm just not sure what I want to do. I could continue the pink and the purple and stuff down the bottom, but I'm not, and I don't want to leave it on its own. I don't like just having a very top heavy look. Okay, what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to dip into the shade Delicious, which is this really deep dark blue, and I'm just going to use that and really smoke that out. And then I'm going to take the Gumdrop shade, the purple, and just blend out into that wing, and then blend a bit of that Delicious shade into that as well. Oh my god, my eyes been watering and I've accidentally just drawn like a line up with wet eyeshadow. Oh no. Okay, and with that, I'm just going to take the Gumdrop shade again and go below that to smoke that out. And then I'm going to take the Brain Freeze shade, the really light blue, and smoke out the inner part of this. I'm honestly not sure how I'm feeling about this look, but I think once I put on a bit of liner and some lashes, it might look a lot better. But for now, I don't really know how I feel about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of glitter liner just to define the bisexual flag with the general rainbow flag, and I'm going to see how I feel about it from then. Just using my collection Glam Crystals glitter liner in silver. Okay, yeah, I think that's definitely added something. I wish I had a white liner to go in here, so I might try and use a brush and use some of the Jeffree Virgin shade just to brighten up my inner corner. For that I'm going to use like my normal like inner corner highlight brush. Oh, I haven't even done a highlight yet. I don't think I'm going to do a highlight. I'm just going to use the Virgin shade, which is this bright white. Just brighten up my inner corner here. Just because I felt like that was missing something. I don't know what it was missing, but it was missing that. Simple as. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do some liner and a lash, and then I'll see what I feel about it in a sec. Okay, so I've done a simple liner and a very extreme lash. These are the TL24s from my Tati lashes. If you haven't seen the review I did of that, I'm going to leave the video in the clickable I button above somewhere up here. So go ahead and watch that. But yeah, so now that I've got the glitter on, the liner on, the lashes, I'm actually quite feeling this look. It's amazing what a good lash can do. It's hidden a lot of my mistakes, and I feel like it makes the blender look a bit nicer. So you know what, I'm actually quite happy with the look so far. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye off camera because it will take me a while. This took me about half an hour, but then that's with me talking about it as well, so it probably would only take about 20 minutes. As long as I'm not fanning about. So I'm going to go ahead and do this other eye off camera, and I'll be right back with you once the full look is done to pick a lip colour. Okay, so the other eye is done. That actually only took me about 25 minutes, like it didn't take me that long at all, considering it's such like an in-depth look, but once you kind of know what you're doing with it, you kind of, there's like a, I don't know, you get like a routine of it. I didn't plan this look at all before I did it, I just had a rough idea of what I wanted, but actually I'm in love with it. I thought it would be a bit naff, like, but the glitter and the lashes really make it, and these lashes are huge. Like, they are kind of, I think when I'm looking up, you're not going to be able to see my look, but if I do this, you should be able to see it a bit nicer. But yeah, I'm actually in love with it. I'm just a bit stuck now on what to do for a lip, because I feel like a nude lip's a bit too safe. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, if it's busy on the top, we should have it really neutral on the bottom. But I actually don't mind that. Like, I'm the type of person that will have like a hot pink look and will have hot pink lips, or like full on just black smoky eye, and I'll put on a black lip as well. So I am tempted to put on a black lip with this, but I don't want to ruin it because I don't think I've got any makeup wipes left either. So if I don't like the black lip and have to take it off again, I don't particularly want to mess up my base. I don't know, I am tempted to do the black lip. I am tempted. I could maybe do like a purple lip to match my hair. That actually might be, I like that idea. So I've got this lipstick from Illamasqua in the shade Energy, because I feel like that will match my hair but also match the purple in itself. I think we're gonna go for purple. You could definitely get away with like just a simple bit of lip liner and a light nude lipstick or something, but I'm gonna go all out and see what that looks like. Hey, what do you think of that? I'm actually quite living for it. Let's take my headband off. Just zhuzh out my hair a little bit. Okay guys, so that is the finished look. I am in love with it. And I think because of the fact I have such crazy hair as it is, I feel like I can get away with it. Not every day, like would I hell do that, but I think if I walked out of the house like this and went down the town, I don't think people would look twice at me, really. Well, they might do anyway because I've got bright hair and it's ridiculous, but I don't think people would be surprised to see me with this look on. I am loving it, and if it didn't take me an hour just to do the eyes, I would definitely do it more often. This is definitely like a fun festival, pride, party, anything sort of look, and I'm so living for it. Like, I'm surprised it came out as nice as it did. I probably would change it slightly if I did it again. Maybe just do a full rainbow on the top and then just the bisexual flag underneath. But yeah, the lashes absolutely make it. And for only having the tiniest bit of shimmer on the centre of my lid, I haven't got a brow highlight, I haven't got like a inner corner highlight. I'm actually really liking it, and for me, the highlight aspects of it always make a look for me. But I'm loving it, and with this lip, I feel extra as hell. And I feel glam as hell, and I'm in love with it. What can I say? I am in love with the look, and considering I didn't plan it, I think it turned out pretty well. So sometimes not planning things works out for you. Well, that's it. So at the end of my videos now, I'm going to be trying something a little bit new, or not. I'm not trying anything, I'm doing something a little bit new. So for the first commenter of each video, I'm going to be giving out a shout out just to them. I mean, I'm still a new channel, so if I don't get any comments on my videos at all, then I'll just shout out like a random subscriber, because I can see the majority of my subscribers, but if you have your account set to a privacy setting that doesn't allow me to see, then I can't shout you out. So if you want me to shout you out, change your settings and I'll shout you out. So on my last video, when I was dyeing my hair from blue to pink, the first comment was, Amanda, she's my bestie, love her to bits, haven't seen her in ages, but I'm seeing her tomorrow. Well, like last week from when this video is up, but I'm seeing her tomorrow, which is Sunday. And she said, oh my god, it turned out amazing, looks almost like a pink to purple balayage. Honestly think you could suit any colour at all, so jelly. Thank you very much, Amanda, love you to pieces, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. So yeah, that is something I'm going to be doing at the end of all of my videos now, just shouting out a comment and basically say hi, thanks for your comment, and thanks for watching. So guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.